strong theme, and it came up again in our most recent evidence session for the Lord Select Committee, is that we do need to think about the system as a whole. And one of the problems in a lot of horizon scanning and then risk and safety regulation is it looks at small parts of a wider system. And if you're trying to decarbonize Britain, then on some statistics, it looks fantastic if you stop making stuff in Britain and instead import it from another country. Even that other country then uses more carbon to produce it than if you'd used back in the UK. So we've got those types of issues. When we looked at Grenfell Tower, you see that there's lots of incredibly detailed building regulation on specific issues, but not yet proper systems modeling of an entire building throughout its entire life and all the different safety issues it might face. Now, how you turn that insight into operational improvements in how you function is the big challenge. But thinking of a system as a whole is, I think, a crucial message already from the evidence we've had, and indeed from the BSA discussions we've had as well.
What I'd like to stress is that we're not simply going to protect ourselves against climate change by building a huge, great flood barrier around the country, because we are so exposed to what's happening elsewhere in the world through our supply chains, through the risks of conflict, through the risks of migration, through the risks, as we've seen from the global pandemic, from diseases emerging elsewhere in the world. So this absolutely has to be a global response, both in terms of mitigation, reducing our emissions, and adaptation, building resilience, not only in this country, but around the world as well.
We need institutional changes, coming back to Emily's point. Generally, organizations are used to working through their business as usual process, and that's not good enough. And we've seen through the crisis how the pandemic, how organizations can respond and can change. And we should really be seeing that shift in the agenda and that urgency in institutional way of working. Today, I work regularly with local authorities, and making decisions is just the same usual bureaucratic process. And we're in a climate crisis, and that's not good enough.